Hey everybody, I would just like to show you all real quick how to add components to your game objects within your Unity scene, and we're going to actually be adding a rigid body component. So as you see here, we've got a simple scene with a ground plane, first person character controller, this sphere hanging in the air, and a point light so we can see everything that's going on. So if we run our scene the way it is, you'll notice that that sphere will just stay hanging in the air. Now that's okay, depending on what you want to do, you may want that. But if you want your objects to actually fall under gravity and be influenced by the physics within the scene, you'll need to attach a rigid body to them. So to do that, we'll select our sphere, then we'll go over to the inspector view, and go down here and click Add Component. Then we'll go to the physics option, click that, and then click rigid body right up here at the top. So as you can see now, our sphere object has a rigid body component, and it has some properties that come along with it. I explain those properties more in my tutorial, how to use rigid bodies with game objects. For right now, we just want to make sure that this use gravity checkbox is checked. So now if we go and run our scene, you'll notice that this sphere will react under gravity and it falls from where it was. But we still can't interact with the object itself. In order to do that, we need to attach a script to our character controller to allow it to interact with other objects. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Once again, if you want a more detailed explanation of the script that we're adding here, it's in that tutorial, how to use rigid bodies with game objects. Attaching it is very simple, the same thing that we did for the rigid body. We select the character controller, go down to Add Component here in the inspector view. If you haven't written the script, you would select a new script. If you already have it written, like I do, you'd click Scripts, and you go here to this Push Rigid Body script. So now that's on there, and this push power right here determines with how much force we'll push objects we interact with. So now if we hit play, the sphere falls, and now if we run into the sphere, we can actually push it around the scene or push it off the scene, like I just did there. It'll fall indefinitely. So there's a quick overview of adding components to your game objects. For more on that, like I said, go see my tutorial, how to use rigid bodies with game objects. Thank you.